Hi friends and welcome back to my channel. Yes, I am wearing a literal blanket. Let's just pretend that we're in a cozy mood. I'm a bit cold, it's getting late, I'm tired, but I still want to make this video because today I'm doing my May TBR. I can't believe that I'm already making my May TBR. That is insane, without a doubt. But yes, nevertheless, here we are and we're gonna randomize some books for me to read in May. As you might know, I actually did not make an April TBR. I gave myself April to relax, read whatever I want, catch up with life, stuff like that, and it's been really nice. But now I'm excited to get back on track with my TBRs. I love making them, I love editing them, I have so much fun just figuring out what books I should read in May. Hopefully I will get a good selection of books this time. I feel like I'm in quite a good groove with my reading at the moment and I just want to keep that up in May. I don't really have any readathons planned for May except for one, which I'm kind of like, I think, low-key participating in. The lovely Esme, one of the halves from Bookish Buddies, is hosting her yearly DESERTATHON, which is a readathon all about reading desert vibe books. She has made this incredible board and a bunch of prompts, so you just walk on the board and you get a prompt and all of that, and there are teams. She does an amazing job with this readathon every year. But since I've just sort of gotten out of a slump and I don't want to put too much pressure on myself in May, my goal is to low-key participate in the DESERTATHON and aim for this soft goal. Because yes, you can do the board and you can do the rolls and get to the middle and win, I guess, the readathon. Or you can simply sort of complete the readathon by reading a desert vibe book. So that's what I'm gonna do. I have a few options for that. We'll see what will be randomized for me. The aim is to read at least one desert vibe book in May so that I can say that I did participate in DESERTATHON. I look so weird with this blanket. I don't know what to do. It's heavy as well. Is this the Lenny Kravitz look with the huge scarf? So that's the one readathon I know about that's happening in May. Perhaps if I get into the mood, if I have a feeling for it, I might actually do the rolls. I'm very intrigued by the prompts that Esme have made for this board, but as I said, I don't want to put pressure on myself, but I might do some sort of like roll as I go sort of thing. We'll see what happens. Actually, today I'm gonna do my randomizing my TBR a tad bit different, because normally I have a bunch of like big categories that I pick books from, like my entire physical TBR and my goodies want to read list and perhaps some arcs or script or whatever. This time I'm narrowing it down a bit and I'm mainly focusing on my physical TBR because, as you might know as well from a previous video, I'm working on halving my physical TBR this year. I'm not doing the best at the moment, but I'm working on it, and I thought that perhaps adapting this randomization a tad bit to make sure I get more physical books could be one way of helping me out with actually reaching this goal. Today I have 6 categories for you, where 4 are actually subcategories to my physical TBR. And these are actually suggestions I got from you guys. So the first category I'm gonna pick a book for is color. And yes, this is very similar to Jane's game, because Jane has her TBR wheel, or color of, what's it called? TBR of colors, the TBR wheel. She has a wheel with colors and she then picks a book that matches that color basically, and that's what I'm gonna do. But instead of having a wheel, I'm just gonna go on a random color generator and get a book that matches the color that is picked. That's the aim. Second category is gifted/bookbox books. Basically, I always say that I haven't really read my Illumicrate books and I feel so bad for not reading books that I've been gifted. This is a way for me to like solely focus on those books. Third category from my physical TBR is my most recent haul. I posted a book haul, I think by the end of March or start of April, where I hauled, I believe, 22 books. I'm gonna randomize the number and then I'm gonna watch my haul and look out for the book that corresponds with the number I chose, like in the order I speak about them, if that makes sense. I'm sure it does. Fourth and final physical TBR category is to randomize a letter from the alphabet. So basically I'm gonna randomize a letter from the alphabet. The book title needs to start with that letter. If I don't have a book that matches that letter, I'm gonna randomize a new letter, simple as that. And that applies to all categories. The fifth category I will pick a book from is my goodies want to read list, just because it's always such a gamble. I have over 600 books on my goodies want to read now. It's a mess, but it's always interesting to see what will come up. Sometimes I'm very happy with the choices, sometimes I'm not, so it varies a lot. Final category, the sixth category for this May TBR is my Goodreads reading challenge. I don't know if you remember, but I am trying to read most of the nominees and winners from last year's Goodreads Choice Awards. I've made a few spreads for those books in my life journal. So what I'm gonna do is just randomize a number. I don't know, I'll need to count how many options I have here, and then I'm just gonna have a look on these spreads and read the book I land on. So these are books that were published in 2021 and were nominated in the Goodreads Choice Awards. Those are the 6 different categories that I will randomize a book from. So let's just get to it, because I'm excited. This is gonna be fun. So first I'm going to randomize a color, okay? I'm gonna Google random color generator, and I think if I click on this first link, it's just gonna show a color straight up. So that's the color I'm gonna go with, okay? So 3, 2, 1. It's some sort of muddy green, okay. I've sort of rearranged my shelves a bit, so they are kind of color coordinated. So I actually do have a green section right here. So I think I'll pick a book from that one. We're gonna have to see. Give me a few seconds and I'm gonna pick a book. I think I have 2 options for the muddy sort of green. Let's just have another look at the color. Here we have it. Either I'm thinking about going for A Song of Wraiths and Ruin. This is a book I've had on my TBR for a while. It's been on multiple TBRs as well. It's some sort of YA fantasy that sounds so cool. Something about someone trying to assassinate someone, but they actually need that person for something. I don't remember. It's not too long. Okay, it's over 400 pages, but still, I've been meaning to get to this one for a while, so now might actually be the time. My second option that I should read, and I've been meaning to read, especially in March and April, but I haven't gotten to yet, and I'm not sure if it's the vibe I'm after in May, but my second option is Twilight translated to Czech. I read Twilight before multiple times in both Swedish and English, but I have not read it in Czech. Czech is, I guess, my mother tongue, but I don't know it too well. So this is a book I could start in May, but I don't think I would be able to finish it in May, because basically I'm gonna need to annotate and translate every single word and phrase. I mean, I could start it, but I won't make it. I've been meaning to try and read one of my favorite books in Czech, just because I think it's a good way for me to actually practice the language and learn. So that's the idea with this one. I do think this one is a bit too difficult for me. Probably, most likely, I know it's too difficult for me. But if I take it slow, if I really spend time with it, perhaps dedicate half an hour every evening or something like that to reading this one, I could possibly make it. I don't know. We're gonna have to see. So these are 2 options. I am undecided for now. I think I will aim for this one. The next category was for gifted/Illumicrate books. I had a quick count just now. I believe I have 19 books in that category. So we're gonna go with 19 and we're gonna do from 1 to 19 and just randomize. So 3, 2, 1. 12. Okay, book number 12. So we have 1 and then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, going up, 8, 9, 10, none back there, okay, 11, oh no, nay. Book number 12 apparently is Ruin of Kings, which oh, I'm just getting out of a reading slump. I want to set myself up for success in May and have a bunch of fun and nice times, she said. And then the 700-page long book was picked for her. This was gifted by Jane for Christmas. Thank you so much, Jane. I love the cover. Red is my favorite color. I think this cover looks so freaking badass, and I've been wanting to read this one. I've seen it getting a lot of hype on BookTube now again, so I am really intrigued by it, but it's just so long. It's wonderfully floppy though. It's smooth like butter. Honestly, I am excited about this book and I will give it a fair shot. Next category was my most recent haul. Okay, interesting. So I believe in my most recent haul, I had 22 books in that one. And we're gonna put from 1 to 22 and randomize. 3, 2, 1. 6. I'm gonna go to my channel and go to my most recent haul and book number 6. So let's watch it. Can you skip? I've seen this multiple times.
Oh, I feel so awkward. I feel like I haven't filmed for weeks.
I like this
again.
angle.
I
This is
haven't.
you can see Ruin of Kings in the background. Is that a sign? Possibly.
I feel like one day I'm super motivated, next day
Okay. I'm skipping forward a bit. Sorry. You can watch this if you like. I can link it.
Yes. So let's start with buying some books that I've been gifted.
Ooh, gifted
these
books.
last 3 months.
4
So
books.
the first
Okay,
2
it's
books
none of them.
I actually wanted Desperate Measures by Katie Robert, and he also gave me We Have Fun, which was really. I was really surprised by. There was not.
Okay, 4 books. None of these. Okay, book 5.
And that was the Ivory Key.
The Ivory Key.
Like
oh, so it's an Illumicrate book. Oh,
and it looks so cool. I think it looks stunning. Like.
This is
so
book
cool.
5, so I know what book 6 is.
I've seen it a lot on like Goodreads and BookTube and stuff. So
I'm reading a lot of fantasy in May apparently,
I'm so glad
which is
even though I
fine.
had the book only
But
subscription, I actually got both books. The main book for January was
book 6.
This Woven Kingdom, and this one is so beautiful.
Let me grab that one. The 6th book that I talked about in my most recent haul was This Woven Kingdom by Tahare Mafi. This is an Illumicrate book, so I'm kind of doing what's it called? Killing 2 birds with 1 stone, I feel like. I am excited about this one. It looks stunning, but it's another long fantasy. I think it's YA fantasy. Clashing empires, forbidden romance, and a long forgotten queen destined to save her people. It sounds really good. This must be Desert Vibe, right? Right? I mean, all of these. Is this what's happening? I feel like all of these, except Twilight, are Desert Vibe. Is that what's happening? This must be Desert Vibe. In the prosperous desert city, okay? This is a Desert Vibe book. This one has dragons in it. I don't know much more. And then this one must be Desert Vibe, right? I think this is what's happening. My TBR is making sure I'm actively participating in DESERTATHON, I'm guessing. So that's what's going on. Cool, okay. I feel better about it, but it's still about a lot of pages for a few books. The final subcategory to my physical TBR was the alphabet. So to randomly pick a letter and find a book that starts with that letter. I guess I'm just gonna Google random letter generator. Gotta love Google, right? And I think it's this first one. I'm not sure if it will reveal a letter directly or not. Let's see. Perhaps it does. It's loading. B. Okay, I clicked the link and it said B instantly. So now I need to have a look on my shelves to see if I have any books that start with B, and otherwise we will redo this. I think I have it. I did find one, and that one is Bunny, which I'm actually so excited about because I feel like this is sort of the mood I've been in. I've been in the mood that I've been wanting to read more odd and existential, I don't know what to call it, books. I know that this one is weird, and I know that people either love it or hate it, basically. And I've been so excited about this one. I feel like it's quite nice to break up the fantasy with some bunny. So yeah, this was actually a good choice. How long is this one? Okay, about 350 pages. But nevertheless, I am excited about this one. I've been wanting to get to this. I had it on my potential TBR for April, so I'm just gonna pick it up in May instead, and it's gonna be amazing, and I'm so excited. That's my physical TBR done. Let's now get to the other categories. The 5th category I'm gonna pick a book from is my Goodreads Want to Read list. At the current moment, I have 613 books on my Goodreads Want to Read list. It's bad, I know. So I'm just gonna do it on my phone and count by hand. If I mess it up, if I count wrong, it's fine. It doesn't matter. It's not that deep. Back to the random number generator, I guess. Hopefully, just for my own sake, I hope I get either a low or high number because it will make it easier for me to count. If it's like 350, I'm probably jinxing myself now. But if it's about 350, it's like straight up in the middle. That will be a pain. From 1 to 613, 3, 2, 1, go. 234. Not optimal, no, but let's go and count, I guess. The book I added first is number 1, so I'm gonna, yeah, it's already in that order. I guess I'm gonna count to 234 now. Editing Charlotte, please add some music or something. $30, $31, $32, okay, 32 is the maidens, $33, and $34. 234 is Float Plan by Trish Dollar, the first book in the Beck sisters. I'm guessing it's a contemporary romance, starting over, finding yourself, someone lost their fiance, goes on a sailing boat. There we have it, Float Plan. I'm gonna screenshot this because otherwise I'm gonna forget. Final category is to pick a book from my Goodreads Choice Awards Reading Challenge. I need to count how many books I have here because I forgot. I think there's 45. We're gonna go with 45. From 1 to 45. And let's just go. 3, 2, 1. Book number 24. So I'm just gonna film my book here in my lap, and yeah, let's figure out which book 24 is. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, okay, 22, 23, 24. It's The Road Trip by Beth O'Leary. So the final book that was picked from me from my Goodreads reading challenge was The Road Trip by Beth O'Leary. It's one of the books that were nominated for the romance genre last year, so that is cool. So that's my May TBR picked for me. It started off quite rough, but I feel like the game started to redeem itself by giving me some more contemporaries and romances. I'm in a mixed mood. As I said, I've been in this mood where I've been wanting for some reason to read like philosophical, existential, odd, different contemporaries. That's sort of been my vibe. A bit of fantastical, a bit of mystical, not full-on fantasies, not full-on romances, like some sort of in-between area has been my mood lately. I do feel like I can slowly but surely build myself up to reading fantasies again, because I am excited about them. I'm mainly excited about reading books off my physical TBR actually. So I feel like doing the game this way by having a bunch of subcategories was actually quite the idea. Good on me. These were the 4 main books picked from my physical TBR. On top of that, we also have the Float Plan and the Road Trip, which are both 2 contemporary romances, I would say. So now I actually don't need to pick a Desert Vibe book, which is cool, because that was the plan otherwise. If no Desert Vibe books were picked for me this month, I would have gone for either The Wrath and the Dawn or We Hunt the Flame, I think, or Furyborn. Like, I would have looked at my options and picked any one of those. Now I have at least 2 options, I think. These 2 should be Desert Vibe books. So yeah, that's really cool. That was it for my May TBR. I hope you enjoyed it, and please let me know what you thought of me doing these sort of subcategories. I thought it was a lot of fun and a fun way to mix it up, but I would love to hear your thoughts, and perhaps if you have any ideas for how I can continue to have a bunch of different randomization categories. Like if you have any suggestions for other things I can randomize in order to pick my monthly TBR, please share those ideas and I might include them. I would love that. Let me know if you have read any of these books and what you thought of them. Thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed. Please take care and I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye!
You gotta just go for it. Don't think about what comes after or what